Hello everybody, welcome back to my movie review series. Today we'll be discussing the movie Lightyear. Just got back from watching it. I'll do my typical thing and give you my overall grade with the overview and some general impressions. I will then tell you to turn off the video if you want to go watch the movie and have not seen it, because I'll be giving you a plot synopsis and it will be spoiler alerts. So we'll talk about some plot synopsis and character development and maybe some major themes. So, the overview says, legendary space ranger Buzz Lightyear embarks on an intergalactic adventure alongside ambitious recruits Izzy, Mo, Darby, and his robot companion Socks. I don't even have Darby up here. That's gotta be the criminal dude. But, obviously you might have seen, I go to a lot of movies, I've seen the trailer actually looks pretty good. So again, I'm not really big on animated movies, but if it looks good enough to go watch it, I'll go watch it. It intrigues me at all. It's comedy/adventure for an hour and 45 minutes runtime. There was some press about there's a slight scene in there. Again, it's just been in the news before you get to the plot synopsis, but of a homosexual kiss. So we'll be discussing how ravaging that is to the young mind. But overall, I'll give it a B- for shitty physics. The kids movie rated PG is absolutely plenty fine for all kids to see. So there's effectively zero sexuality in this entire movie. So we'll get to the scene. But overall, there's just some shitty physics. The plot development was not really there for me. It's pretty much the same kind of storyline that a lot of different space type of movies have had for a long time now. So that's really my overall impression. B-, meaning slightly entertaining. It's going to be closer to a B+ till about an hour left in the movie. I'll explain why coming up. But again, on the lower end of entertaining, but not bad for an animated movie. And the actual first hour and a half, I kind of enjoyed more than a B-. But, so now if you've not seen the movie and want to go watch it, turn this video off, but it's plenty fine for kids and there's effectively no sexuality in the whole movie. But you start off, you have Buzz Lightyear, and he is a space ranger with Alicia Hawthorne, and they have this big, like, spherical type of spaceship, and they're just kind of going around the galaxy, just monitoring things, being space rangers. Their spaceships detect some life forms on a planet, so they land. They have like a training dude. Again, this is an animated movie, so trying to match the names to the actors is basically impossible unless I remember the names of the characters from the movie. But there's not that many actors and actresses in this one. But they land on the planet, and it has some sort of like sentient plant where it's like its roots will come up and grab you and pull you underground, as well as like insect bug things. But Buzz Lightyear, throughout the movie, he's narrating his mission log, which is kind of an ongoing thing throughout the movie, but doing some data, and then basically talks with Alicia for a little bit, and then they get attacked by the recruit get attacked by the sentient plant. So they have a little quick battle with the plant. You know, they just have some lightsaber sword things to cut the roots. They all run back to the spaceship. They get on the spaceship and try to take off really quick in an emergency. And so Buzz Lightyear's driving the spaceship. He's trying to do another Top Gun maneuver type of deal. Just pull up real high on a cliff face. You know, the warning signs in the spaceship going off saying you're not going to make it. And he just barely clips the top of the mountain, but it's enough to destroy the spaceship. So spaceships crash. And on the spaceship, they have a bunch of people in sleep pods, just like frozen for a long space journey. So there's probably, 300 people on the spaceship. And Buzz Lightyear and Alicia are the only ones, like not frozen at the current time. So they kind of wake everybody up, and then they start building life on this planet. And so they have to reconfigure. When they hit the cliff, they broke their liquid crystal thing for acceleration, their engine, and so that breaks, and they have to basically try to use the resources on the planet to build another engine to fly away and go home. And so they gather some materials They do that. Buzz Lightyear's ready to go. He basically has to get to, I think, Maverick only went what, to Mach 10. Buzz Lightyear's going to 0.6 the speed of light, yo. And so, he gets in a spaceship. They build the cell or the engine. He launches and basically has to, see if he can get to actually the speed of light to like get back home or something. But they call it hypersonic speed. But there's a 0.6 c. So I'm assuming they mean the speed of light. But we're overlooking the physics. Even at this point, still overlooking the physics here. Because I'm not like super strict on physics. But if it's just like it's too much, then it's like whatever, and it gets too much later on. But they basically circle a star and come back. And they have like these deceleration rings. And so the first time he goes through, the engine is unstable at the higher speeds, and he has to like, manually go through the deceleration rings, or he's gonna fly off into space and forever. And so he goes, does his trip, comes back, and then he sees, I think Burnside, I don't know, just like a chubby little guy, but like basically the original station helper, just somebody who helps prep the spaceship that he talks to. He comes back and sees he has a mustache. So he sees he has a mustache, and then he sees Alicia has, I don't know if it's the girlfriend at this point or if it's just maybe a career improvement or something, but Buzz Lightyear starts to realize some time has passed. And so Buzz Lightyear was gone for 4 minutes. Everybody else on the planet experienced, I think it was 4 years. So we talk about time dilation. I'll give you the breakdown on the physics of that later. But sorry, Albert, it does not make any sense. I'll just give you a breakdown now. You put one clock on here and put another clock on something going close to the speed of light. This one's going to measure time slower. Yeah, but everything's connected. Like there's no two independent clocks. So you have something going 99% of the speed of light, and Earth over here isn't, and the sun over here isn't. It's not that there's more than one clocks. Timing is relative. So sorry, Albert. But over that physics really didn't throw me that much. I can get through that. Not a big deal because it's still logically consistent. Buzz Lightyear experiences less aging than the people on the home planet, even if the physics is bunk. Does not matter for a movie for me at all. But so he does 4-year trips, and basically after the first trip he gets his companion Socks, who's like a very intelligent but robotic cat. So Socks is the companion throughout the thing. Yeah, and then he keeps doing more trips. Basically, they're like, you don't have to do this again, Buzz. And he's like, no, I'm a space ranger, I'm gonna do it. So he keeps firing up more trips. He comes back one time, and Alicia's got the girlfriend then. Comes back another time, Alicia's pregnant. Comes back another time, Alicia's celebrating her kid's high school graduation. Comes back another time, and Alicia is getting older, and comes back a final time, and then when he comes back to her desk, there's just like a video, like a hologram thing, and it says, it's just a video recording of her saying, Buzz, you're gonna get back in a year or two, and by that time I'm gonna be gone. And that's when you meet Izzy, just the granddaughter playing on Alicia's lap or in her hospital bed type of deal. And so they get a new director. Alicia's the director of the Space Ranger program. They get a new director, and he's basically like, we're going to shut down the program completely. And so Buzz Lightyear's not having any of it. When he gets back this time, and while he's doing these trips, he's having Socks, this smart cat, work on figuring out the right combination of elements to generate this liquid crystal for the engine. And so, in one of the I'll talk about that. In one of the times they come back, it's literally the two female kissing scene is again barely past a platonic kiss. Like if you go to any other country that isn't America and just people greeting their relatives, they probably kiss more aggressively than this. But it's literally like Buzz Lightyear's saying hi to Alicia's family one time. You see her wife. They literally there's like 2 comments about having a girlfriend, and then there's you see Alicia like closing the door with her family, celebrating the high school graduation or whatever, and giving her wife a kiss. And it's super not sexualized. And so I'll give you some commentary on what that turned me into at the end of the breakdown. But and that part probably won't be rated PG. This part is rated PG. But they get the new director, and he shuts down the program. Socks concocts the correct elements for the engine, and Buzz Lightyear basically steals a spaceship to reach see if he can reach the top speed, similar to Top Gun type of deal. But and Top Gun's been done for a while, so I don't really know the chronology of what's going on. But it's just a space movie. It's got to be kind of similar. But blasts off, does the track again around the star, and hits the speed of light, or hypersonic speed is what they call it. But comes back, and I'm pretty sure he like crash lands. But when he's shutting down, the new director is shutting down the thing, he's talking about this razor shield, basically just like the whole time the chips are to get the whole crew to leave this planet. But the crew is now like, we've been here long enough, we've lived real lives here, let's just stay here. And so they build this razor shield that basically keeps out that sentient plant thing. And then when Buzz Lightyear comes back from hitting this hypersonic speed, I think he says it's been like 22 or 25 years, and then he gets rescued by Izzy Hawthorne. Basically now there's these robots, there's one big robot, and they're called Zergs. And you find out shortly after why. But there's one mega robot, and then there's a bunch of automated robots. And one of them is not a robot, but they all think they're robots and call them Zergs. And there's this big spaceship floating over the planet where the Zergs can go back and forth from the planet to the spaceship really, really quickly. And so Izzy rescues Buzz. Buzz realizes he's been gone for like 24 years. They fight it out with this one robot, one of the actual robots, and Buzz Lightyear meets Mo Morrison and Darby and Alicia. And so they're kind of, Buzz initially thinks they're highly trained, but they're basically just like a volunteer space force. So none of them are very trained with weapons. They fight it out with this robot. Mo Morrison ends up killing the robot with a harpoon gun after missing a couple times. And again, just a fight scene where nobody really knows how to fight, and Buzz Lightyear barely gets away from one of the Zergs. And so they defeat the Zerg, and they hide out for a little bit, and they basically talk about the surprise party plan, and that's the scene of, Buzz Lightyear had a thing with Alicia Hawthorne, to infinity and beyond, and then they touch fingers and go, psh. He does that with Izzy, and they think he's doing the pull the finger joke, and he's not, and he says, that's something me and your grandma used to do. Nice. But they make this plan to basically kill the big Zerg spaceship, which will kill all of the automated robots, which are trying to attack the city they're blocked by the razor shield. So just like in a bubble where the robots can't go in and call anything. And so, what do we go from here? We go to like an airplane hangar. Buzz Lightyear still has like the cell of the spaceship that he just crashed, but the right engine. They go to a new spaceship, which is filled with like insect things. And so just they get into the spaceship, but they wake up the insect things, and so they take off and they zoom away with the bugs still on the spaceship, and they kind of flip and knock them off. And so they get away that way, and then a bunch of these robots start following them. And all of the robots have like this button where if they push it, they accelerate really fast to the overhead spaceship and anything they put it on. So like when Buzz Lightyear's spaceship crashed, the initial robot took a spaceship to the big mothership. And so they're chased by a bunch of these things. They're about to get away again. They fight it out with a couple of them, and then Alicia or Izzy hits the eject button on the fuel cell when she's supposed to like wait a second or something. So they're just about to take off after fighting off the robots, and the fuel cell ejects, and they crash the second spaceship again. And so at this point, the big robot comes down, the big Zerg comes down, and it's kind of attacking all of them. They think Buzz Lightyear goes to save them. The big one just walks past Mo, Izzy, and Darby. And Darby's like a convict on like house arrest, but he's doing like community service. That's why he's a part of the Space Force. Mo Morrison doesn't really have a career background, but the big Zerg comes up, walks right past them. Buzz Lightyear tries to get away and gets captured and goes back to the spaceship. So once at the spaceship, the big robot takes off his suit. It's the big robot is a suit. The other robots are actual robots, and it's Buzz Lightyear from like 50 years in the future. And then it's the you get some flashback about there's two Buzz Lightyears, and this is where the physics falls apart. I can overlook time dilation being completely wrong, but when you start having the older Buzz Lightyear was going to get shut down by, it was a version of Buzz Lightyear that when he came back and the new director was going to shut down the program, he just sped away real fast as he could, and somehow traveled back in time, but he's 50, but now he's back, and he's also Buzz Lightyear, and no. So that's where it just tanked it for me. Again, the zero sexuality, that was a big political thing, it didn't strike me as sexuality at all. Time dilation, kind of off-putting, but still consistent. Multiple people, no. Just multiple, the same person at the same time with time travel, no. And so, the older Buzz Lightyear is like, basically just trying to, secure the mission, get the people back to the original planet. The younger Buzz Lightyear is like, no, the rest of the people have lived a real life, they don't really care about getting home anymore. So we're just kind of hanging out on this planet. The older Buzz Lightyear is like, no, I'm not having it. I'm going to take your fuel cell. The older Buzz Lightyear needs Buzz Lightyear's fuel cell, which again, I don't understand how that's consistent in any way. It isn't. So, but then they fight it out again. Izzy, Darby, and Mo, they're still in like this, just outside of the Razor Shield, but not being attacked by anything. And they can't figure, they're out of fuel. So Izzy just presses the button of the thing that zooms them up to the big spaceship. And so all three of them are now on the spaceship. All four of them, Mo and Darby's job is to like blow up something so the robots can't get into the spaceship to leave. Izzy and Socks are going to basically help Buzz. Buzz fights it out with older Buzz, and he almost gets away. It's big fight scene, but doesn't. Gets captured again by the older Buzz, and then older Buzz's Socks, the other cat, likes the new Buzz Lightyear better and lets him go. So they all kind of get back together. They get back on the spaceship. Buzz, Mo, Darby, and Izzy all get on the spaceship. They fly away. But I think they do destroy the ship at this point. So all of the other robots are dead. And once they kill the ship, all of the robots are dead. But the older Buzz Lightyear is still alive. So he jumps onto the spaceship. So they think they're flying away all clear. But the Buzz Lightyear in his big spacesuit thing, robot suit, jumps on the thing. They kind of fight it out. I forget exactly how they destroy the older Buzz Lightyear. I don't know if they kill him or send him off into space or something happens. But they fight off the older Buzz Lightyear. They make it back to the colony under the Razor Shield, and the new director has a change of heart and institutes a new Space Ranger force. And so Buzz gets to choose any of his team from an elite group, and he chooses Mo, Izzy, and Darby. So that's kind of the end of it. Again, missing some scenes, just plot synopsis, but character development, not much. Buzz Lightyear's kind of the same character throughout. Izzy's trying to grow into, the relationship Buzz and Alicia had, but just getting confidence. She's afraid of space. There's a scene where in the big fight scenes toward the end, she has to fly across, just literally, there's a big spaceship and she has to jump across space and just enter a different portal, and she misses. But just growth of development, making friends, sticking with your ragtag team that's maybe not be perfect. Again, extremely minimal sex. No, I'd say no sexuality. And again, guy kissing, girl kissing, guy girl kissing. There was no real sexuality in this movie. But that was the big political buzz. The real down player for me. And it didn't really get to until there was a second Buzz Lightyear. I actually enjoyed the action adventure comedy aspect to it. And I do like animated movies. Like I said, I don't like adventure movies or serious movies with jokes in them. Animated's different. Different tone to the presentation. But I thought the cinematography was good. I watched it in 3D. And my glasses right here. But honestly, I'm not even kidding you. When the two animated chicks kissed for 2 seconds in an extremely barely non-platonic way, I literally turned to the dude sitting next to me and was like, bro, I need to suck your dick. I'm just so gay now. I am just so gay. Did you see that? I am now converted to gayism. And I am so gay now. I just need to see your wiener. Immediately started DMing Jeffree Star. Like, I saw him say he sucked over 1,000 wieners on Impulsive. So I had to start immediately DMing Jeffree Star to get that 1,001 blowy. And then right after the movie, I had to stop by Chippendales to see some gay dudes dancing naked and swinging their wieners around. I really thought Buzz Lightyear was just about to whip out his dick, the tits were going to come out, and it was just going to be sex in a PG movie. but in all seriousness, no. Like I said, I'm against pushing sexuality to any child. Gay, straight, anything. But I guess that's kind of the only two options. But can a child, again, specifically to this video, be influenced, this video or in general, influenced by seeing that type of a kiss? No. Just no. Right? If I would absolutely take my young child to see that movie. I would be mad at the terrible physics, but I couldn't see someone seeing that scene and being like, as a child, being anything more than like, Mommy or Daddy, why were there two mommies? Or why were there two girls kissing? And you say, because some women like women. And they say, oh, nice. And that's not going to turn them gay. How many gay people watch straight characters their entire lives and it didn't turn them straight? All of them. So, again, but even in general, like I said, specifically to this movie, zero problem whatsoever. So the Ben Shapiro, oh, Disney's pushing homosexuality. Like, look, no. Just no. And again, picking characters. I mean, I don't, pretty neutral. Again, straight couple or gay couple, it just depends who's writing the characters. But I'm against pushing sexuality to kids, and that is not what occurred in this movie. So, but I told you, but in all actuality, there was nobody else in the theater, so I couldn't ask the dude next to me to suck his wiener, because, again, I saw those two animated chicks kiss for like 1 second, I was like, where's dicks? I need dicks right now. But I don't know. I have been thinking about like homosexuality in alien populations. It'd be the same. The slight distribution. I mean, you can't. Your technology will change. Awareness will change. Biological differentiation won't. So would alien civilizations have homosexuality within them? Yes, 100%. And the only time any aware life form would have any sort of problem with it is it's genuinely like affecting their species, like for survival rate. But I don't know, just random science I've been doing the past couple days. But that's kind of the end. And like I said, there's the three big things: the time dilation, and again, it's basically time dilation is like Albert Einstein not understanding the three-body problem, which is not understanding the mini-body problem, which is time is relative and measurement is not dependent on a clock moving real fast. So sorry, Albert Einstein, we're not doing thought experiments anymore. We're proving things these days, buddy. So. Lightyear movie, I'd be pretty just disappointed in the plot development of the two Buzz Lightyears. That's my biggest takeaway from this movie. So again, major themes, just shitty physics, same type of space development. Up until that point, I thought like just the development of the plot was pretty good. I was enjoying it, definitely better than a B-. But that's what I have for this one. Anything else on the like aliens, spaceships? Talked about all the stuff. No, nothing specific to this movie. So that's it. Thank you for watching my movie review of Lightyear.